Hey everybody, my name is Kevin Jones. Welcome to the Goddamn Mountain Goat video series here on YouTube. I'm just an average guy looking to spread the gospel of the bow hunting world to people like you, people who want to know more about bow hunting. Maybe you have no idea. Maybe you have no idea how to go about this, where to start, what to get, what not to get, what's worth it, what's not worth it, how to even find an animal. All of which I was in your exact same shoes. I guess it was about 7-8 years ago now. It's addicting, and when people say bow hunting is an addiction, it is a good addiction most of the time. Other times it's frustrating, but we'll focus on the good. So one of the things I want to talk about is what to do right when you start. You are a beginning bow hunter. Right now, maybe you transition from rifle hunting, maybe you have never hunted before at all. If that's the case, even now, that's great. This is a place where you need to be. I'm going to talk about the one item that you need to become a better bow hunter, or what you need to be a bow hunter. Any guesses? Bueller? Yes, you right there in the back. Yes, it is a bow. You do need a bow. Big surprise there. No, so you do need a bow. There's a variety of different bow manufacturers that create more or less the same thing. A lot of technology goes into the new bows. I'm referring specifically like compound bows. Bows with cams, and I guess I could probably have grabbed one. But things that you need to do. Actually, you know what? Let's go grab one. Oh, we're moving. I'm going to grab it. I'm talking about this kind of bow, right? So that kind of bow, and I'm not referring to those kind of bows. I'm referring to this kind of bow, okay? So this is called a compound bow. This one doesn't have a sight on it right now, but compound bows are different than recurves, longbows, things like that. Different in a lot of different ways, but I guess that will be a different topic. I do not want to get sidetracked, and that tends to happen. So with compound bows, you're just starting out. What do? First thing, do not buy it new. Do not, and I might be like blackballing myself and being put on a secret list or something somewhere with bow manufacturers, but I think even they would agree, if you're just starting out, don't buy a top-of-the-line brand new bow. Now, with a little caveat there, if you are insisting on buying a brand new bow, do not buy the top of the line brand new bow. So they have like entry level, mid, and then like top of line that they release every year. Get one that you can afford. You can get some screaming deals on Craigslist right now. Bows that are 3 to 5 years old. Now you're not going to be paying the sticker. You're not going to be paying, a whole bunch of money for it. What you will be paying for is a good bow. Maybe a bow with with accessories, with the sight, with the release, maybe with the quiver, maybe maybe with some arrows, maybe with a case, maybe with a hat, maybe with a jacket. Who knows? People make all sorts of different kind of combo deals for their bows. I would recommend getting one on Craigslist. Don't get sucked into the rhythm of buying a brand new bow every year if you can't afford it. I'm not knocking anybody. I can't afford it. The bow I just showed you, I think, is like a 3 or 4 year old bow, and I'm going to be using it until the strings fall off, and then I'm probably going to put new strings on it and use it some more. It gets the job done, as do most bows. Make sure that you can afford a used bow without spilling all your money on it. If you do some accounting, I'm not a very good math accounting guy. Make sure your entire hunt is planned, because keep in mind, if you're a starting bow hunter, you need to get the bow first, and then comes other things, which we'll talk about later. But first and foremost, you need to get a bow, save the extra money for other things you are going to need. Getting set up takes time. It does. It takes time. It takes resources. It takes time, but it's not impossible. Notice I didn't say impossible. It took me a couple seasons to get in the rhythm of determining what gear I needed and what kind of stuff I just wanted, because it was cool. Pretty much everything you're going to need to know about bow hunting, getting set up, what to do, where to go, all that kind of stuff is going to be found here. There's going to be a lot more videos that you'll be able to maybe you scroll through. You know, just get a good bow, do research, figure out what is out there, figure out what kind of bow you want, maybe a brand that you would prefer. Go to a local archery shop. I know that's intimidating. I get it. Scary archery shops. But in reality, they love seeing new people come into our sport. They really do. Your local archery shop, don't know where you live, don't know you, but I would be pretty surprised if you did not have a local archery shop that was excited to see new people. This is a bow hunting family. It's a community. I can walk into any local bar, even a local archery shop or one in a different state, and it's going to be the same thing as here. They're excited to introduce people, and they won't steer you into something that is just super expensive that they know you're not going to need. Get cheap stuff. Get stuff to determine if you're going to want to stick with this sport. There's a lot of stuff that people buy that they end up selling after a year because they get frustrated with bow hunting. I mean, I've missed more animals, or I've actually blown more stalks when I see an animal and I'm trying to creep up on it and it runs away because, I'm not good at sneaking up on animals. That's happened more times than I can even count. More fingers and toes, and line up everybody's finger. I mean, there's been so many times that that's happened, and it is frustrating, especially if it's a big animal or something that I really want. But that's also kind of the reason why I like it. That's why I keep coming back every year. So, buying a new bow every year, if you can't afford it, is kind of like buying a new car every year if you can't afford it. The moment you buy that brand new top line bow and you take it out and you shoot it a couple times, after a year, that the value drops. You're not building equity in a bow like you would be maybe in a rifle or like a house or something like that. Don't do it. Don't do things in the sport if you can't put the resources towards it. And again, I don't know what your resources are. I don't have money to go out and do this kind of stuff and buy new gear every year. I'd love to, but I can't. I have a wife, kids, and other responsibilities, just like everybody else does. So go on Craigslist. Go on Google, YouTube. Find a bow that you like. Watch some videos of people shooting it. If you don't want to go to a local archery shop, the reason I said the archery shop is so that you could go in there and be like, hey, I'm new to the bow hunting world. Can I shoot a Matthews or a Bowtech or a Hoyt or whatever it is that they have there? They will let you shoot arrows until your arms fall off. You can sign up with classes. There's a lot of classes that you can take at local archery shops that will introduce you to our sport, and will give you a bow and say, here's how you put on the release, and here's how you do this, and here's how you do that. Much like a local archery shop would if you just went in there on a regular day and said, I'm brand new to this. This is really cool. I've watched some videos. I've done some homework, and these are my questions. Look at some price tags. Some of the brand new bows are $1,400-$1,500, which is, like I said, something I can't afford. So cheaper on Craigslist. Get set up with something that's already set up for you, and take that first step. Be informed. Little caveat here with the whole conversation is that if you do go to Craigslist and you find something, some terms that you can search for, archery, bow, bow and arrow, like a couple brands. By the way, I'm not paid to say any of this stuff, but some of the more popular brands are like Bowtech, Matthews, Hoyt, Hoyt, Prime, Elite. Those are a couple, just off the top of my head. PSE, Bear Archery. Those are just some. Matthews. I had a Matthews bow for a long time. Or excuse me, Martin. A Martin bow, Martin. Run some of those terms through there. You'll probably get a lot of stuff. Kind of look for the stuff that has the best package deal that's not super old. And by super old, I mean like, 20 years old or something like that. But even then, you'll still be able to hit it. You'll still be able to hit an animal with a 20-year-old bow, as long as it's tuned well, I guess. Don't buy anything that's cracked. If they say cracked limb or cracked riser or any damage, the strings, you can always get bows restrung. But I guess if you're looking for a 3 to 6 year old range from whatever year you're watching this. Right now it's 2017. I'd be looking for maybe like, I don't know, I would probably say 2010, 2011 or newer. And you can always get it restrung, but odds are is that the strings are going to be in good shape. Ask the person, is your bow in good shape? Did you take care of it? Any cracks? Anything I need to be concerned about? And then, go to check it out and make sure there's no cracks or anything you need to be concerned about. So that'll be it for this one. Stay tuned. Hit the subscribe button. I do these things in the man cave. Looking to, like I said, spread the gospel about bow hunting. Really excited. I mean, high five for I guess taking the first step into into this sport, into this world. It's the most fun you're gonna have with your pants on. It's great. I wouldn't change anything. It has honestly become a passion of mine enough that I am doing a YouTube series trying to kind of spread the word about this stuff. So, like I said, hit the subscribe button if you'd like. If not, I get it. You're busy. I'm busy. But it'd be nice to, get an email that I put another video out here or something like that. But again, if you don't, I won't be hurt. So check in on the next one. Looking forward to working with you more. And we'll see you then. Thanks.